Enough! You have troubled me for 3 blocks now, stranger. If you agree to cease this dogged pursuit and leave me to my lamentations, then I will answer your relentless questions. I will tell you why a dead man rides through the streets of Valencia. You see that castle on the hill? That is the home of Rodrigo Diaz, whom Moor and Christian alike call El Cid. It is from the Arabic Sayyid, which means Lord. He is the greatest man who ever lived. The Cid was a knight and loyal vassal of one of the old kings of Spain. When the old king died, his kingdom was partitioned between his surviving sons, Sancho and Alfonso. King Sancho ruled Castile, a windswept barren land named for its many border castles. The Cid continued to serve Castile and its new king, as was his duty. The sly King Alfonso ruled Leon, but openly plotted to become king of all of Christian Spain. There was soon open warfare between Castile and Leon. This struggle climaxed at the Battle of Colpejera, where the Cid attempted to capture the wicked Alfonso.
Welcome, Rodrigo. The tournament awaits only your arrival to begin. Defeat my champion in combat, Rodrigo Diaz de Vivar, and I will give you command of my army. Let the tournament begin!
El Cid will fall to my blade.
I would face the Cid, my king. With your permission.
You would face him from horseback? He afoot? I will not allow that. However, if he wishes, I have a horse for Rodrigo in my stable. Rodrigo, the horse Bavieca comes from the renowned royal stables of Sevilla. A splendid sight. Now, go back to the task at hand. Rodrigo Diaz de Vivar, the Cid, you will lead the armies of Castile. I am glad that you have won. You are the only man I would trust with a very important duty. Rodrigo, you know of my brother Alfonso. You also know of his ambition to rule all of Spain. I need you to travel to his castle at Colpejera, capture Alfonso, and bring him to me so that I may persuade him that ruling Leon is enough. Your army has a symbol. Look! The Cid!
Sí, plazme, agora. Mande. De grado. Voy. Plazme. De grado. Mande. Construir. Sí.
Clumsy soldiers. Not 2 weeks ago, another army traipsed through our fields and destroyed half our harvest. Mind your lumbering feet.
Presto, agora. Voy. De grado.
El Cid?
Presto.
My lord, you lead the the soldiers we have seen around here? Oh, forgive our harsh words. We are at your service.
Wonderful. With this building, you have begun your quest in earnest. I send my thanks and the thanks of Castile.
Sí. Voy. Construir.
Servidora. Construir. Mande. ¿Sí? Construir.
Presto.
Mande. Construir. De grado. Construir. 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 ¿Sí? Construir, construir. Presta. Agora. Plasme.
We have heard of the Cid's piety and would humbly join his service.
Presto, plazme. Sí, de grado. Mande, agora. Servidor, voy. Mande, plazme. Servidor. Presto. Sí, agora. Presto, voy, agora. Plazme.
Presto, Santiago. Mande. Agora. Presto, voy. De grado. Agora. Voy. Agora. De grado. Voy. Guerra. Sí, a ellos. Mande. Sí, mande. Presto, a ellos. Sí, guerra. Mande. De grado. Agora. Voy. De grado. Agora. Voy. Agora. De grado. Voy. De grado. Presto. Agora. Voy. Agora. Voy. Santiago. De grado. Guerra. Santiago. Sí. Voy. Agora. De grado. Presto. Voy. A ellos.
So, my brother would have words with me? Since you leave me no choice, I will ride back with you to see him.
A ellos. Sí. Agora. De grado. Agora.
Mande, voy, plazme. De grado. Sí, de grado. Sí.
Presto.
Voy, plazme. De grado. Sí. Plazme. Sí.
Although the Cid defeated Alfonso's army in combat, the sly king knew there were more devious ways to win a war. Alfonso lured his brother, King Sancho, to a secret conference below the city walls of Zamora and had him assassinated in the night. With the death of his brother, Alfonso became king of both Leon and Castile, the most powerful king in Christian Spain. The Cid could not trust King Alfonso, yet he was sworn to serve his king, and that man was now Alfonso. The Cid forced King Alfonso to swear an oath upon sacred relics that he had nothing to do with Sancho's death. Before his army and his court, a nervous Alfonso did make this declaration. In so doing, the Cid helped to cement Alfonso's claim as king in the hearts of the people, for they so trusted the Cid. King Alfonso did not recognize that the Cid had done him a service. Instead, Alfonso held a grudge against the man who was the greatest of his knights, forever doubting him. Alfonso also was jealous and suspicious of the Cid's popularity with the soldiers and the common man. He sent the Cid into dangerous battle again and again, but always the Cid emerged victorious. How do I know so much of my Cid, Rodrigo Diaz? I am Jimena of Asturias, and I am the Doña of this castle. Rodrigo and I were married in Castile in 1075. Those were among the happiest days of my life, at least when my husband was not being sent to do battle against the Moors. Far to the east, in the Holy Land, they speak of only one Muslim expansion, that of the Seljuk Turks. But here, in Spain, we speak of another, the Moors. The Moors ruled southern Spain for so long that Christian and Muslim often live side by side with little animosity. Such was the case in the city of Toledo, which was in Moorish lands, but inhabited by Christians as well. A political assassination had plunged the city of Toledo into civil war. Seeing a chance to expand his empire, King Alfonso struck at Toledo under the pretense of restoring order. He ordered the Cid to command the army, though one must wonder if once again he was intentionally putting the city in harm's way.
Mande?
My Cid, you must help us. Rebels are tearing our city apart. Search for the Imam. He will know what to do. He fled to the lake to the east.
Voy. Degrado.
This is our well, my Cid.
Sí, agora.
You may drink of it if you wish. I am Mutamid of the Moors. If it is true that you have come to restore order to Toledo, then you have my gratitude, my Cid. If you are in need of food, might I suggest fishing from the lake?
Mande?
Buscar.
My Cid, if you wish to build castles, you will need plenty of stone. My scouts have located a large quarry to the southeast that may be of interest to you.
Sí. Degrado. Excavar.
Servidora.
Agora. Construir. Degrado. Construir. Agora. Mande.
Mande?
Construir. Construir. Construir.
Servidora. Construir.
Sí. Construir.
Construir. ¿Sí? Construir.
Mande.
Mande.
Welcome, my Cid. I was forced to flee Toledo due to the open rebellion in the streets. I tried to calm the Spaniards and Moors, but they would not listen. The rebel leaders have power because of the relics that they have stolen from churches and mosques. If you could recover all 4 of the relics and bring them to me, I believe I could quell the rebellion.
Voy. A ellos. Degrado. Santiago. Voy. Agora. Degrado. Agora. Agora. Voy. Degrado. Guerra. Presto. Agora. Degrado.
Mande. Agora. Sí. Servidor. Voy. Mande. Plazme.
Presto. Agora. Voy. Mande. Degrado. Agora. Degrado. Voy. Degrado. Voy. Agora. Degrado. Voy.
Servidor. Degrado.
Sí. Mande. Agora. Degrado. Agora. Voy.
Presto. Voy. Voy.
Sí. Voy. Agora. ¡Hey! Degrado. A ellos. Guerra.
Servidor. Agora.
Mande. Agora. Voy. Santiago.
Presto. Agora. Degrado.
Voy. Guerra.
Mande. Degrado. Degrado.
They are taking the relics to the mosque on the island. Attack them!
Now that you have brought me these relics, the people of Toledo will listen to me, and I should be able to end the rebellion.
Sí.
Thank you for this noble act, my Cid.
Once again, the Cid emerged victorious and delivered the city to King Alfonso. Moor and Christian alike shouted his name from the city walls and called him El Cid Campeador, my lord, the conqueror. After nearly 400 years of Moorish rule, the city of Toledo was ruled by a Christian king. But still Alfonso was not satisfied. He accused the Cid of seeking personal glory at the expense of the crown. When he heard the peasants shouting the name of the Cid instead of Alfonso's own name, he became even more angered. I knew then that our contented lives in Castile were about to end. King Alfonso sent his most loyal and able servant, Rodrigo Diaz, the Cid, into exile, with only his horse, Babieca. Myself and our 2 daughters were left at the monastery in Castile when Rodrigo and I parted. It felt like a nail being torn from its finger. Rodrigo rode alone into the Castilian winter. He was not alone for long. Everywhere the Cid went, mercenaries and soldiers were eager to follow. Soon, he had a small army of his own. But the Cid was not content to wander the wilds of Castile forever. He needed a castle and a lord to serve. These two he found in the most unlikely of places.
I cannot stand the sight of you, El Cid. I command that you leave my kingdom at once.
سأفعل. نعم. سأفعل. حسنا. نعم. حسنا.
My Cid, here is your horse. Do not judge the King Alfonso too harshly. We will open the gates for you now. Godspeed.
That's enough of a head start. If the Cid shows his face near our city again, you may open fire.
King Alfonso is a fool to send you into exile. We will follow where you lead, my Cid.
نعم. نعم. سأفعل. حسنا. سأفعل.
Greetings, my Cid. My lord Motamid has heard of your situation and welcomes you to join him at his city of Saragossa. It is just a short ride to the southeast of here. My Cid, King Alfonso has blockaded the gap leading to Saragossa. If we are to get through, we must siege his castle. Perhaps we can find the troops we need to the south.
My Cid, what little we have is yours if you can just destroy Alfonso's castle to the north.
El Cid, We stand nothing to gain by fighting against each other. Let us call a truce, and each of us just go our separate ways.
سأفعل. نعم.
We meet again, El Cid. You could not have arrived at a better time. The army of Count Berenguer is approaching our gates. Defeat him, and you may have the land outside my city gates as your own.
نعم. مستعد حسنا. سأفعل. نعم حسنا.
Thank you for saving my city. Here is a small reward for your trouble. Now you may use these villagers to build your own encampment northwest of Zaragoza. But be vigilant. Berenguer may come again.
نعم.
حسنا سأفعل.
أمر.
صحيح. نعم. صحيح. نعم.
أمر حسن. سأفعل.
أهلا. ألو. بناء.
نعم. مستعدة.
سأفعل. نعم.
مستعد.
مستعدة. سأفعل. بناءة.
نعم سأفعل. صحيح.
أمر.
أهلا. نعم.
نعم. الهجوم. مستعد. سأفعل. حسنا.
نعم. صحيح. أهلا. حسنا.
Motamid, Lord of Zaragoza, was a gifted leader of men, but like many of the Moors, he was also a poet and artist. The cultural achievements of the Moors made the rest of Europe seem barbaric in comparison. As the Cid parleyed with Lord Motamid in his sumptuous palace, he feasted on meals that came floating down an indoor stream. Motamid bestowed rich gifts on the Cid and made him a wealthy man. But the Cid, ever the loyal servant of Castile, convinced Motamid to ratify a treaty, making Zaragoza part of Castile. The Cid never fought openly against King Alfonso, though he did make enemies with Count Berenguer and other Spanish lords who wanted only tributes of gold from the Moors and were not interested in making alliances with them. Count Berenguer would remain the Cid's enemy for many years.